everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. You're tuned into the NFL on EA Sports. In today's matchup, passing may be at a premium, at least for one side. The Raiders are top 10 at defending the pass. They'll be going up against the Rams, who will need to solve that secondary.
It's a day, Larry, that fans in these parts will need to savor as we come to you from the East Bay at Oakland, California. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Los Angeles Rams and the Oakland Raiders. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the first carry for Marshawn Lynch. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be in. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Now Carr. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Raider first down as Carr finds Cooper. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. Play clock winding down. First down to run with Lynch. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Throw on second down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
So a 3rd and 10, and defensively, a dime look, 6 DBs. Throwing his car on 3rd down. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
He did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. Throwing on first down is Carr. And he finds his man. It's the former Ram, Jared Cook. And he's going to get this one down right chalk of the 20. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Now a play fake here on first down. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's brought down. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
6-18. Hey, 7. Switch. Low. Check.
They'll run for it with Lynch. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They try again with Lynch. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. And the offense readies for play number 10 of this series. Carr now on 3rd and goal. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the first quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing. But they watch the film as well, so they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Here's Goff now on second down. And this one hauled in by Tavon Austin. And he's brought down after a good gain. 23 yards on the play.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On first down, it's Gurley. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. On second down, here's Goff. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
This is 3rd and 1. Very likely 4-down territory, even if they don't get it, though. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It'll be a loss of 1, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. So a good kick there, and they wrap up the drive by putting 3 on the board.
And you know, let's face it, you're not always going to come away with 6. Defense in the NFL are just too good. But you've got to come away with something. And there, they get 3.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now here come the Raiders. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They go play action here on first down. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. Gives to Marshawn. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area. He
hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
694.
Again, they'll pound it with Lynch. Stops shy of the 45 despite some powerful running. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here's Carr. And he finds Cook. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A Raiders first down. Carr hooking up with Cook. First down. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I think we need to come up with a different name for this position. We keep calling it the fullback position. That doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback, but we know this. Whoever's coming out of that spot is usually bigger and stronger, and they may not run away from people, but they'll run through them.
Yeah, able to shed tacklers. We saw it right there. Now Carr throwing on second down. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And that'll make it third down. Now Carr. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. And now Sebastian distance. He's hit from 61 and 63 in his career. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. On 1st and 10, Goff. And he's got his receiver. That's Sammy Watkins.
Get the fuck.
Touchdown, Sammy Watkins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Rams are in for 6.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And a good return. He's across the 35-yard line, right around the 36. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. That one goes for 24 yards. Carr now on 1st down. And it's grabbed by Crockett Gilmore. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Almost not fair. The big guy running the corner route, being able to lean and push and get to where he wants.
So how do you stop it?
A lot of times you want to have a linebacker on him, a bigger body guy who can handle him physically. But a lot of times that doesn't work as well because his quickness often wins the route.
Into the red zone, it's Carr. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
But one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Carr will try it again on second down. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Michael Brockers in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. In motion, Patterson. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. A right side catch by Crabtree. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It'll be a gain of 12, but it will also lead to 4th down. So on 4th down, off goes Carr, and on is Sebastian Janikowski. And the now 40-year-old veteran able to put this one through. An NFL update, second quarter now in Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Here's Goff. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We'll come back to Oakland after this. Now on second down, this is Gurley. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Gurley again here on first down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
That's another nice run, and I have to tell you, some of the coaches that I played for, their philosophies were always different when they see a guy running the ball well. Some of them wanted to immediately go to play action and throw it now because it's wide open. While other coaches said, you know something? Until they stop him, that big boy's going to keep getting the football. And that might be the direction that they're going to go right now.
On first down, it's gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And a big hit there as he runs into a brick wall. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
They run. It's Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, so it was looking good, but nothing there. Now it's 3rd down and inches. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Another carry now for Gurley. And not only will he not get the few inches he needs, he's going to go backwards.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
The second quarter score, meanwhile, down in Arizona. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there. Stay tight throughout. Last play here of this first half. The final shot here before half for Carr. This one caught left side by Cooper. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Happy holidays, Larry. Your gift? Take the halftime show off, partner. We've got some football to get to. This will be taken in at the 1. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
The third quarter starts with a run by Gurley. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line. Now Gurley staying down. Let's hope he's all right. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back.
Come on, broken collarbone. I could be so lucky, right?
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Now the first carry for Brandon Oliver. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on 3rd down, Goff. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Khalil Mack. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
So here comes the Raiders offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And it hit it.
Oh, the ball! God damn it!
Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Throw left side to the tight end, Walford. A big hit. Knocked down sideways at the 8-yard line.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third and a few inches. They'll turn to the power game and Olawale. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They only got 2, but that was enough as they'll convert to make it first and goal. So the chains are on their sides. It's first and goal from the 6. Now Carr. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Second down now after the incompletion. Carr. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you've kind of run out of your running plays. Fire another one into the end zone.
And this offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at a third and goal here. Now Carr. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Amari Cooper with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. This one's right there, and that pushes the lead to 13-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken in at the 1. And now running right through it. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Over the middle, he hits Austin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he's brought down. It's a gain of 11 yards that time, and it produces a new set of downs.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
Now gone. Caught by Montgomery. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Rams on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 8. Back to throw, gone. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground at the 2-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And Zerline's kick is good. Oh, the NFL scoreboard elsewhere. 3rd quarter down in Arizona. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Raider offense now making their way toward the huddle. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
694. Hey, 734. Now, 185. Go cheap.
They'll try to get something going with Marshawn Lynch. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Ten yards still left on 2nd down. Here's Carr to throw. And the Rams got him. They bring him down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Back now in the East Bay. Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Carr. And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they're able to convert on third with a solid gain of 23. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On the NFL scoreboard, third quarter now from Jacksonville. And the Jaguars have scored again, so they are in the driver's seat big time in that one. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Past the 20. Got it complete to Crabtree. And he'll get it down deep into Los Angeles territory. And that one results in 35 yards. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jameis Olawale, his first touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. And he wasn't blocking or running it there. They tossed it to him.
And you remember the good old days when the 49ers were riding roughshod in the league? They use their fullback in pass plays all the time. Roger Craig, Tom Rathman, those guys were terrific at running these types of plays.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Rams getting set to go now. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the three-point
kicker.
Exactly. You put it through the post. That's going to help him with contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
toe bashed it.
Super toe.
On second down, here's Goff. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll give him 8 on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
The Rams on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique, and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance. He's helping his team in a huge way.
7:37.
They'll start on the ground with Lynch. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. No gain on the play there. Second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Carr to throw after the play fake to Lynch. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Stephon Tuitt in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Carr and the Raiders following the sack, looking up at a 3rd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he'll have his man, that's Cooper. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. A gain of 19 on 3rd and 18, and that'll move the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. He's going to rifle one deep left side. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, partner, I think the defensive fella's got the memo, and they decided to cover him on that play.
Yeah, he's already up over 100 yards in this game. They tried a deep shot, couldn't get it.
Yeah, when you've had that much success, finally someone said, let's try and put a stop to it and put people on him.
A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. The Jets continuing to pour it on. They're opening the lead up even further. If they hang on, that would up their win total to 5 on the season so far. Carr going to throw. Wide open receiver complete. That one goes for 24 yards. But probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
6:37.
Lynch running the counter. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. On play action, it's Carr. On the crossing route, he hits his man, Amari Cooper. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run it. Here's Lynch.
God damn it,
Not
Marshawn.
only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. They are on to the 4th quarter in Jacksonville. You saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. So that's a big one there. It's his 3rd field goal of the game, and a 2-score lead's got to feel pretty good right about now.
And while they're not free and clear yet, you're right. Now this defense can go out knowing that it's going to take more than one big play to catch them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. Gurley. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be a second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up only to about the 33. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards. And it'll bring up a third.
Started again occasionally.
That is not going to be any alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. And they're able to pick up the conversion here on 4th down. Now it's gone. Escaping the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. Goff now to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
That's a 1st down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Finds his target, Montgomery. And he's got the 1st down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Now gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's going to be run over, hit hard, as he'll be marked down at the 36.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
So look at this. They'll go for a field goal now to get within a score. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So now with little time remaining, they'll have this and maybe one more play. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
They had to go for it with no timeouts remaining, though. Now this one's as good as over.
They gave it an effort. They tried their best, did everything they could to try and get the ball on the onside kick. You're exactly right. They had to try it. It was their only option. And now this game is done. Just take it, kneel, and call it a day.
Carr down to a knee, and that ought to just about do it. And, Charles, I think when the schedule comes out, all teams, no matter where they're predicted to finish, talk about protecting your home turf. They were able to do that here in this one.
Similar to...
Okay.
Hit the road next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for L.A., they'll be guaranteed a finish of no better than 500 as they drop to 7-8. And they'll have a tough...
We did it. We did it. We did it. Yay. Goodwin, Darth Goodwin.